Hey Scorpio, I hope y'all are doing well. This is going to be a general reading for the next 3 days. Any information you need, you can find it in the description box down below, Scorpio. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Let's go ahead and get into this. I pulled you some shadow cards. This is just what I meditate over, and then we're going to get on into the main spread here. So you're starting off with the Five of Pentacles. Not so great at energy, Scorpio, but hear me out because there is a change that happens here in the energy. Five of Pentacles showing up. Golden Dawn designers call this Lord of Material Trouble. And I do wonder if for a lot of you, you're moving into a new energy. If you've had money trouble, work trouble, I feel like you could be, maybe this is a title change happening here. I don't know if you're getting this news over the next 3 days, if you start to pursue a job change here, or if this is you starting a new job, for example, and taking on that title. But listen, the world is stepping out of one world into another. It really feels like a lot has changed. And the energy that I was getting here is that something has been shifting for a while. The world, that is a Saturn card. I feel like maybe you've gone through a lot of lessons back to back, and then you get the Wheel of Fortune showing up. These are two of the biggest change cards in the deck, cards that represent transformations and things of that nature. Like, we don't have the Death card out here. That's a big one too, but these are really, really big ones for things turning around. And for those of you where this has to do with a person who has left you behind, I feel like they could be returning, right? Because the world represents closure, closing something out, stepping out of one world into another. Then we get the Wheel of Fortune, which can be a card that represents a return. But right before that world, we have the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like if there is a person returning to you, you're not who they left behind, okay? You're not that person anymore. I feel like a lot of change has happened since this person decided to leave you in the dust. And the Wheel of Fortune being present here, I feel like when they return, they're going to realize that. And honestly, for some of you, it could just be that you are coming up in their energy, that they can't really escape, information about you. So maybe you have like mutual friends or something of that nature. With the Empress showing up here, maybe this is just, some of you, maybe you end up working with this person somehow. I don't know, Scorpio, things are getting a little crazy here, but already, but I do think that, you're not who this person has left behind. Oh, wow, the Sun is showing up here. Yeah, I feel like they're seeing you whether they like it or not. That's kind of the vibe that I get here. They're seeing you whether they like it or not. The Sun is a card that can represent exposure. It's also happiness, high vibrations, joy, new beginnings. You've broken free from that past life, not just from them, but who you were in that energy. Does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, the Sun showing up here, some of you, they're seeing you or knowing about you or whatever the case may be without even trying here. So yeah, it's like you're not, and there's that Death card. Yeah, for sure, Scorpio. You're not who they left behind. You're who they didn't see coming. You're who they didn't see coming. Because this Sun card here, this is a whole new version of yourself. This is amazing. I mean, the Empress is a card of growth, fertility, abundance. Like I said, some of you, this could represent, you kind of having gone through a lot of lessons when it comes to money and work and things of that nature. But we're going to see what we got going on here, Scorpio. What do we got going on here for Scorpio over the next 3 days? What's going on for Scorpio here over the next 3 days? So, you got the Empress on the bottom of the deck again. We have the Eight of Cups here. This can be a card of walking away, Scorpio. And while I do feel that for some of you could be walking away from something, I feel like this is more of a reflection about how far you've come that's happening here over the next 3 days. It's like, wow, since I walked away from that, I've done this, I've done that, I've manifested this, I've made this life a reality, this dream has come true, this feels really good. Some of you over the next 3 days, you could have a Pisces or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Some of you a Virgo coming towards you that has walked away. I feel like they're finally swinging the sword, but they've been watching you for quite some time. The Page of Swords is showing up here. They're finally swinging that sword here. I feel like they've had their eye on you for a minute, watching certain changes that you've made. I feel like this person could actually genuinely be proud of you, but I do think they may kind of want in on something that you're doing here, Scorpio. They're kind of being nosy is the vibe that I'm sensing here. It feels like this could be an ego thing for some. Like they're happy for you, but they could be wondering if they're still good enough to associate with you, if you would actually, interact with them. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. And Scorpio, some of you, when you come up in this person's energy, they may like not even recognize you. Like if you are, see, I say energy, but what I mean is like physical energy. Like if you are, say they're scrolling their socials and somebody's posted a picture with you, they might be like, is is that Scorpio? You know, that looks like Scorpio 2.0, right? That's the vibe that I'm getting here. So yeah, let's see what else we have. Two of Cups. Connections. I feel like connections are going to be a big focus over the next 3 days, but honestly, it may not be romantic connections for all of you. I feel like this could be you know, business connections, for example. This could be connections when it comes to, say, for example, if you're trying to move, or if you're trying to, you know, accomplish some other goal. Maybe if you're like working with a personal trainer or something, or a realtor, like whatever, right? This could be those connections. It feels like it's more of a back and forth communication happening here in that Two of Cups energy. Somebody here could have Venus in Cancer, but you don't necessarily have to. Let's see what else we've got. But I do think somebody is like talking to you here, Scorpio. Maybe they're trying to connect with you through music, or like show you a song or something of that nature, or a product or a video. They may be saying something like, this reminds me of you, Scorpio. Let's see what else we've got here. Temperance. That's Sagittarius energy. You could have some Sag in your chart. Maybe you're just, you know, connecting with one over the next 3 days, but this feels like you're really wanting to protect your peace. This is peace, harmony, balance, but somebody's wanting resolution here. They feel like there's not peace here already. So there's something about that here. However this ended, they may feel like there's no longer, like that it didn't end on good terms, I guess. And I feel like they could be trying to fix that. Trying to make sure that the two of, like, that there are no hard feelings between the two of you. But again, Scorpio, I almost feel like they're stumbling upon you somehow. Somebody's reminding them of you or something. That's kind of the energy that I get here. And then they kind of look into you a little further and they're like, wow, Scorpio has really changed. You got the Chariot here. Has Scorpio moved on? Maybe I should reach out to Scorpio and see if they will respond to me, or if they'll give me the time of day. And maybe if they do give me the time of day still, that says something about me, because Scorpio has clearly evolved. So maybe I am good enough to associate with them, right? It's kind of giving me that energy here. The Chariot, it's a Cancer card. Somebody feels like you're not good enough for them anymore. And I think that if you're giving them energy, it's for an ego boost. That's why they're wanting your energy in the first place, Scorpio. But let's see. I feel like you're really coming up, and you've been doing this for a while. And I feel like this person, to be honest, they haven't even been watching you up until recently. They haven't even been looking into you until recently, seeing what you're up to. But you kind of came their way, not knowingly, Scorpio. Maybe you have, like, I don't know, popped up in their suggested friends, or a family member or a friend has mentioned you to them. Something like that here has gone down, and it's like kind of piqued their curiosity, and they look into you here, Scorpio. And I feel like they've been watching you for a minute now, but I don't think they were checking in with you at all before. They expected you to kind of stay the same, reserved, you know, just kind of holding yourself back and whatnot. And like I said, you're not that version anymore. 8 of Pentacles, you've done the work, and you're now in this energy of somebody that they don't even recognize, right? They don't even recognize, and I mean that in the best possible way. I feel like you are just, oh wow. And some of you could even be happy with someone else at this point. That could be something that's sort of shifting everything for them, and that could be another reason they come forward here. Some of you may be with a Leo or an Aries, but yeah, that is what I'm seeing here for you, Scorpio. I hope that this was helpful or fun, or whatever you needed it to be. Details are down below for anybody who's interested in personals. Like I said, I do have that deal going on again for a limited time, so details are down there if you're interested. You could also check me out on Patreon if you'd like, and of course you can watch out for your other signs. You're more than welcome to do that. I'm reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, so everything's down below. But if this is where we part, Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.